What's up, everybody? April has come and gone, so that means it's time for another Blu-ray haul, as well as a few video games and Funko Pops as well. Real quick, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and comment down below, tell me what different stuff you picked up this month. Anyway, let's get into it. Alright, so I'm going to start off with the Blu-rays for this month. They're in no particular order, just kind of randomly assorted. So first one we have is Fantastic Mr. Fox. This is a Wes Anderson movie based off the Roald Dahl book. And this is my first Wes Anderson movie I've actually seen. I know he's a pretty popular director. So this is the finally I got around to actually checking one out. And I actually watched this month. You're going to notice I haven't watched a lot of the movies that I bought this month, hence why I'm getting them, because I haven't seen them. I just haven't had the time to watch all of them in a month. But anyway, Fantastic Mr. Fox. I watched this one. It's pretty short. It's like 80 minutes or something. But it's pretty good. I thought it was very simple. It has a lot of nice camera angles to it. It's got a really good cast. It's very well made. It's obviously it's based off a really good book by Roald Dahl. So overall, it's a pretty good animated movie. I would recommend it. It was about $5 maybe. It was a pretty cheap Blu-ray, but it was a pretty good movie. I liked it. But anyway, it's definitely a nice movie to have in my collection. I'm excited to check out more of Wes Anderson's movies in the future. But this one was pretty good. All right, so the next movie I got is going to be Halloween 3: Season of the Witch. This is the Scream Factory edition. I really like the Scream Factory versions of the Blu-rays. Haven't watched this one. Obviously, you can see it's in the plastic. But I'm slowly going through the Halloween movies. I haven't seen most of them. I've seen different ones at various times in my life, but there's a number of them I just haven't sat down and watched. And Halloween 3 is one of them. So I've been meaning to get the Scream Factory edition for a while because I want to watch it, and this is the best edition you can get of it. So I'm really excited about that. I like the Halloween 2 Scream Factory edition that I own. So this is a nice one to have in the collection. But anyway, I don't have much to say about it because I already have it because I haven't watched it yet. But I'm definitely excited to check it out. I love the Halloween movies. So the next one is going to be the Saw 7 movie collection. I actually own these on DVD. Actually, right down here is the exact same pack. So it's right down there. But I upgraded them on Blu-ray because there's a new Saw movie coming out, so I wanted to rewatch them. So I figured I might as well upgrade them to Blu-ray. This was only like $10 for all 7 Saw movies, so I figured I might as well upgrade it. I grew up with this horror franchise. I really enjoy it. This month I only rewatched Saw. I'm actually gonna be I'm planning on uploading a review for it in the future. But I really like Saw. It's just a very simple horror movie. The first one, very simple yet complex with this really good concept and James Wan's an amazing director, especially when it comes to horror movies. So he's really good, and it's just I just think it's a really good horror movie, one of the best in my opinion. And then the sequels, they're all different, but they're all just kind of fun in ways. It's kind of that really gory type stuff with kind of the games that Jigsaw puts them through, and that's really. I enjoy them. These are the horror movies I grew up with. I watched them all on Netflix over the years, and then I rewatched them all on that DVD set I had down there. So now I'm excited to watch all of these over the next few months and build up, or the next month, and build up to the new Saw movie. But I'm really excited about that. Really nice to have these in the collection. And then along that same lines, I picked up Jigsaw on 4K. This has a nice slipcover to it. It's a nice 4K. I actually haven't seen this one. I just never got around to it. I mentioned I like the Saw movies, but I just never got around to watching Jigsaw. There's a number of times where I wanted to, but I just never did. But anyways, I'm really excited to check this one out, and it's really, I ordered this off Amazon for $10, but they still can't give me the slipcover, which is rare. They don't like giving you slipcovers when you order online. So it was nice that they gave me this one. I'm really excited about it. Never seen it. I've heard it's not great, but I'm definitely excited to check it out. It's Saw. I like the franchise. So I'm definitely excited about Jigsaw. And then the next one is going to be the Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. This is a movie I've been meaning to get for a while. It's kind of a romance drama with Jim Carrey and Kate Winslet. So I'm really excited for it. Jim Carrey is one of my favorite actors, so I always am looking to get new Jim Carrey movies. I know this one's more of a drama than an actual comedy, but I'm just this is a movie I've been wanting to get for a while. I haven't watched it, if you can see by the plastic, as usual with these. I have not watched. Like I said, I haven't watched most of them, but I can give you a little bit of insight as to why I bought it. So this was maybe $6, $7 Blu-ray. It's usually $10. It was on sale. So I figured I might as well. It's about time I get it. And if you're wondering, most of my Blu-rays I buy on sale, or if I find a good price for them, because that's just the way I do it. I try not to pay full price for things. And usually you can get something, usually you can get it on sale. Occasionally you have to splurge and pay a little extra for it. But I got this off Amazon. I'm really excited to watch it. Like I mentioned, I really like Jim Carrey as an actor, and it's just a movie I've had on my radar for a while. And this should probably be my like top 10 movies that I haven't seen that I want to see kind of list kind of thing. But anyway, I'm really excited for that one. And then the next one is going to be Deliverance. The story behind this is I watched Excalibur, which is directed by John Boorman. I really liked it, so he also directed this, and this was like $6 on Amazon. It's a really old Blu-ray. It's like, feels like it was been a box, like smushed for a while. That's alright though. But what I essentially do is I watch a movie, and if it's a movie I like and I'm not familiar with the director, I'll buy another movie by that same director, just to try to get a feel for the kind of director styles, and just so you can get more accustomed to different directors. So that was the case here. This is a like outdoor adventure survival type movie, and it sounds really good. It's got Jon Voight and Burt Reynolds in there, obviously some iconic actors. And it's from the 70s. I want to get more movies from the 70s. I don't have a ton in my collection, so it's really nice to get this one. And I'm just in general excited to watch it. It sounds really cool. I'm not sure if anyone watching this video has actually seen it, but I'm definitely excited to check this out. And just it was pretty cheap, so it was an easy decision to pick that up. Alright, then the next set I bought is going to be the Cloverfield 3-movie collection. This comes with Cloverfield, 10 Cloverfield Lane, and the Cloverfield Paradox. I actually watched Cloverfield like last night, so I'm fresh on that one. It's like, if I didn't realize it was actually a found footage movie. I had never seen any of these when I bought this set. So it's a found footage movie directed by Matt Reeves, who's obviously doing the new Batman movie. And it's like a monster movie kind of thing. Like a big monster is going through New York City and destroying everything, and it kind of plays with found footage. I thought it was pretty good. There's a lot of like really big, well shot scenes. Like there's a scene where in the streets where like the military is like shooting at the monster. Really good stuff. I think that shot was like just looks really good. And in general, I think the movie just looks really good in terms of found footage and perfecting that concept. And I think there's room for more found footage movies outside of the horror genre. And I think this movie's kind of showcases that a little, as this isn't entirely horror. There's a lot of horror elements in there. It's but it's also a monster movie, and monster movies aren't always horror. But there's a lot of like cinematic elements to this to Cloverfield. Haven't seen 10 Cloverfield Lane or the Cloverfield Paradox. I'm not necessarily excited for them. I'm struggling to figure out how it connects to the first one, but we'll see. It also came with a nice slipcover. This set was like $10, so it was a nice pickup for a franchise that I've never gotten into. And slipcover and everything, it'll look good on the shelf. So that's a nice pickup. The next one is going to be Hostel Part 1 and Part 2. These are the Eli Roth horror movies. I actually haven't seen any of them, unfortunately, so I can't give you too much insight, but it says Quentin Tarantino presents, because they're like friends or something like that. So he got Quentin Tarantino put his name on it. Eli Roth did, and Eli Roth is like the guy from Inglourious Bastards, if you're not familiar with him. But these are like similar to Saw in a sense. I've seen part of one a while ago, but I'm really excited. This is like $5. I've heard this Blu-ray set's actually like kind of bad, that the video quality on these is kind of bad, but I'm not too sure about it. I don't really mind. I want to watch these movies. These movies have been on my radar for a while. Like I said, I like the Saw franchise, so if these are similar to Saw, I'll probably like them. But anyway, I'm really excited to check these out. There's still $5 on Amazon if you want to pick these up. I think it was worth it. I don't know. I can't comment on the quality of the DVD, like I said, or the Blu-ray. Like I said, there's some complaints about that, but I'm excited to watch them nonetheless. And that's the Hostel Part 1 and Part 2. Alright, and then the next movie is going to be Serpico or however you want to pronounce it. It's a movie with Al Pacino, directed by Sidney Lumet, who did 12 Angry Men, I believe. So this is another 70s movie. I mentioned I want to get more 70s movies. Al Pacino is an amazing actor. One of the classic actors, honestly. And I'll always be looking for a movie him. The reason I got this was because I did a buy two, get one free on Amazon. Those deals they just have to do when they do them. But they do them often, and they always have like all the Blu-rays in them. So they're pretty good deals. I mean, I know it's just like consumer, buy more stuff. But like, I like them. I mean, you're saving money, so I don't really see the problem with it. But this was part of it. I honestly don't remember what else I got in the deal because it was like at the beginning of the month. But this was in it, so I haven't seen it. Obviously, it's in the plastic, kind of a trend in the video. But I want to just get into more older movies, 70s movies, starting with 70s, then go to 60s, 50s. Work my way back. But this is a movie that I've heard about, but I had never actually seen it, and I'm excited to check it out. Al Pacino, like I said, is a really good actor. I believe this is 1973, so the year after The Godfather. So this would be probably his follow-up movie to that. So I'm definitely interested to see what it is all about. It seems like it's a kind of crime type movie. So yeah, I'm definitely excited to check that one out. And then the last Blu-ray I got this month is going to be the Big Lebowski on Blu-ray, not 4K. I know there's a 4K out that's fairly cheap, but the Blu-ray's fine. I actually haven't seen this movie before. I know it's like one of those iconic movies. It's one of like the most iconic movies I haven't seen. Directed by the Coen brothers, who I like. From what I've seen, I like the Coen brothers quite a bit. I've only seen 2 of their movies, No Country for Old Men and The Ballad of Buster Scruggs, or whatever that Netflix one that was in 2018. I like both those movies quite a bit, so I'm definitely excited to check this one out. Obviously, it's an iconic movie. I think it was like $6 Blu-ray. There's a 4K out there that's not usually expensive, as I said, but Blu-ray is fine for me. I don't always get the 4K, even if I can. This is fine. But I'm really excited to check this movie out. It's in the plastic. Once again, the kind of the theme of the video. It's in the plastic. But I'm definitely excited to check this one out. It certainly looks like a fun movie. And I've heard kind of mixed things about it. I know a lot of people think it's overrated, so we'll see. All right, then I wanted to highlight a few video games I got because I might as well I love talking about video games, so I might as well highlight them. So the first one's going to be Killer Black Queen on the Nintendo Switch. The main reason I got this was it was on sale on BestBuy.com for like $16, and I'm always trying to get new Switch games. Right back there is like half my Nintendo Switch collection. My other halves over there are the games I'm currently like kind of playing through. I don't like constantly play each one, but it's kind of the games I'm currently playing. A variety of type games, like Super Smash, Mario Kart, and then some story games, Civ 6 and all that. So that's the kind of games that are over there. But I always want more Switch games because I just don't have a ton right now because I recently got my Switch. At this point I've probably had it just over a year. So in a year I have like 10 games maybe. So I wanted to get more games, and this is kind of like an arcade style game, kind of party game. You can play it online or with your friends. I played it once for like an hour the other day because I just got it like 3 days ago. It was pretty fun. It's a pretty neat concept. It certainly has a style to it. It's a party game, very much so. If you don't have like a party to play with, I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. I played it with my brother and my sister, so that was fun enough for me. It's kind of hard and kind of weird, the concept that the game goes for, but it's definitely an interesting game. I thought it was pretty fun. You can play it by yourself. If you want to get this, it is playable one player, but and it came with the skins for your Joy-Cons, so that's what it looks like. It comes with like stickers for them, and I didn't have any stickers on them, so I was like, oh, why not? That's cool. But anyway, that's Killer Black Queen. It's a pretty cool game. I've had some fun with it. All right, then the other next 2 games I got is going to be Watch Dogs on PS4. You're probably thinking, why on earth are you getting Watch Dogs? I actually haven't played this before. I know it's not a super popular game. It's by Ubisoft, who obviously I love the Assassin's Creed games. So I'm excited. I always like their kind of role-playing third-person games because they're usually similar in style to Assassin's Creed. So I'm always into that, but this was like, $10 on eBay. I bought it off eBay, and I had to get another game to get a deal, because the other game that I'll get to that I wanted to get, so this was like $10, so I figured I might as well get it. I want to get more PS4 games as it's kind of going out of fashion, while the PS5's coming out. I actually don't have a PS5 yet, because I still can't get them, and I'm not going to get up at 3 in the morning to try to get one. That's just not something I'm going to do. But anyway, that's Watch Dogs. It's just kind of fill out my PS4 collection, have more games in there, and I want to play it. I haven't played it, and there's a whole bunch of sequels. The sequels are supposed to be better, so I want to check those out eventually as well. Alright, so then the last video game I get before we get into the Funko Pops is going to be Motorstorm on PS4, PS3 I mean. My whole PS3 collection is back here. I have a massive PS3 collection. It's probably my favorite video game console ever. But this is Motorstorm. It's a PlayStation exclusive. This is the first one. No, it's not. There's a PS2 one, like Arctic something. But It's kind of like a racing, kind of like Mad Max style. There's like a lot of like it's a very like violent racer where you're trying to like wreck your opponents while still trying to win the race, and there's a lot of like stunts and stuff like that. That's not a really good description of the game, but that's kind of the premise of what it is. But I wanted to pick up this game because I've been really interested in this franchise for a while. It's a franchise I wanted to get into that I never have. So I played it the other day, and it's actually quite fun. It's really well made. It's not split screen, which is unfortunate because I love playing video games split screen, but it feels really well. It feels really good. And the PlayStation exclusives always have the background like slipcover, which is really cool. This is a weird like not for resale copy, so it probably came in a pack with like a PS3 or something. But it's a pretty good game. I had fun with it. It's a franchise I want to get into, and overall it's just a pretty good game, and I'm excited to play it more in the future. So that's Motorstorm. Alright, so that's it for the things with discs, video games and Blu-rays. So now the last couple things I got is Funko Pops. You probably noticed them. They've been right here for my last few videos since I got them. I've had them in box. I finally opened them. And that is going to be the Harry and Lloyd from Dumb and Dumber Funko Pops. I finally opened them. I prefer to open my Funko Pops. That's how I prefer. I don't plan on selling them. I like them open. I just makes me appreciate them more, I guess. But I don't buy a lot of Funko Pops these days. As you can see, I have a fair amount of them. And there's even more down there, and there's a few more over that way. So I have a fair amount, so I don't buy a ton unless they're ones I really want. But these are two that I've been meaning to get for a while. And the reason being that I absolutely love Dumb and Dumber. I don't think I've ever talked about it on this channel, but Dumb and Dumber is probably easily a top 5 all-time favorite movie for me. Just an incredibly funny and everlasting funny movie. It's just as funny when I watch it today as it is when I watched it 10 years ago. And this is a movie I grew up with, so I just absolutely love Dumb and Dumber. It's one of the best movies ever in my opinion. So I wanted to buy the Funko Pops of them, and I think these are pretty good Funko Pops. I guess I can quickly review them. Starting with Lloyd, I think this Lloyd Pop is actually really good. It looks like Lloyd. I wish he had like the briefcase or like the big gulp in his hand or something like that, just to make it stand out more as Lloyd. Because he's just a generic human, so it's always hard to make the generic human pops look like themselves. Like the Michael Scott pop I have back here, he has the cup in his hand, so he probably could have used something, but I think this one looks enough like him. Where my issue with the Harry one is, first off, that's not the jacket he wears through a good chunk of the movie. He actually has the same jacket as Lloyd does, so that's not entirely accurate. He does have this jacket on at some point in the movie, but he's wearing the other one quite a bit in the movie. The hair color is completely wrong, which is really... I don't know why Funko does that. They have a bad history of doing that. Like, they gave him the same hair color as Legolas, my Legolas Pop. So it's pretty much the same. But obviously they do not have the same hair color. If you compare the two characters in their movies, their hair color is not remotely the same. I don't know why they don't just give him like the dirty brown hair. I don't know why they made it like super blonde. But it just... For me, this one just doesn't really look like Harry. I'm fine owning it as long as it's next to Lloyd, because I think Lloyd looks like Lloyd. But anyway, I'm complaining about it, but it's a nice pop. It's just fine. It doesn't look amazingly like Harry, like you maybe would have hoped it would. Alright, and that will do it for my monthly pickups video. I really enjoy making these videos. They're a ton of fun to just go over the different stuff I picked up over the course of the month. It was nice to include a few other things, video games and Funko Pops in there. Just make the video a little longer, make it a little more entertaining, I guess. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and make sure you let me know in the comments what you picked up this month, if there's anything cool you picked up or whatever. Anyways, that will do it for the video. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.